Hello everyone, this is Ashish and today we are going to continue our journey of vlogs. I'm going to talk about a little bit more. Everyone is quarantined, everyone has got more time, so we are going to talk a little bit more. Just made a video on Talk Talks channel about what is martial arts. Feel free to go and check it out if you want to know a little bit more about that. Other than that, we are going to have a chill conversation, so grab your healthy fruit drinks or grab your coffee or grab your breakfast, or don't grab anything, man. Grab your phone and start listening. You can just put your phone back into your pocket because you're going to do an awful lot of listening and a little bit of watching every now and then. Okay, let us get back to days starting in Made Easy. In the last one I've talked about what happened the first day, first class, how was the experience, and then things started to dial up. All right, now recently I've seen a lot of my teachers back in Made Easy starting their own channels of YouTube. Happy for them, but I cannot explain why it has all of a sudden started to happen. Maybe everyone is inside home, so they have not much to do. Maybe that's the reason, but good to see. Reminds a lot of me my coaching days. All right, so this happened, class started, and let us say 2 to 3 weeks passed by, and obviously the first thing that came into my mind was competition. You want to be in top 100. What are you going to do differently to be over there? So I started to do a lot of weird stuff that others would not do. Now I saw that everyone is attending 8 hours of classes, everyone is taking notes, everyone is solving previous year questions, everyone when they go back home they are studying only. Now back there in Delhi, the situation was so intense that you go out a little bit, you see any balcony, if you see any person, that person is standing with a book. You go to the tea stall, over there also people are discussing engineering. Everywhere you go. Now before you get into the class, like I said, I understood in the first class that people start getting in somewhere around 7:30 itself if the class starts from 8 o'clock, right? So next day I went over there at 7:30 only to find the crowd already standing in front of the gate. Now the people would come over there as soon as 7 o'clock, and the guard would just not allow us to get in because I don't know, maybe the person who is supposed to open the classroom is not there yet, right? So we were waiting outside, and when we were waiting outside, over there also people are solving questions, they are also discussing, they are revising their notes, and yeah, situation was pretty intense over there. So the only question that comes into your mind is, what can I do differently over here to beat the competition? What can I do differently to get different result? Because I'm doing what everyone else is doing. In the definition of insanity, you want me to say it again? I will say it again. The definition of insanity is doing same thing again, expecting different result. That did not fit over here that well. But similarly, we can say the definition of insanity would be doing same thing that everyone else is doing, expecting different result. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense over here. So I went crazy, man. I decided that I'm going to stay awake only for 4 hours from now on, because I watched a fucking YouTuber, man. Dude, don't listen to a lot of YouTubers. Anyways, a simple YouTuber wore specs, gave guidance online, and this is what he said. I seemed very convincing at that time. He said, listen man, you're sleeping 8 hours at night. Let us say you sleep only 6 hours at night from now on. You're saving 2 hours every day. 2 hours every day might not seem a lot to you. That 2 hours in a month is going to become somewhere around like 60 hours. That 60 hours is like 24 into 12 into 5 will become 60, and more like 2 days, right? You save 2 days in 2 months, in 1 month, right? 1 month you save 2 days, and in 1 year you're going to save somewhere around like 1 month, right? You are having 1 extra month for preparation. So definitely you can think about that. Now look at this one. He continued on speaking. He said, you're sleeping only 6 hours. How about I sleep only for 4 hours, and then you are having 4 hours, then you are having 2 extra month, and that is how you become better than others. I said, that fucking guy makes a lot of sense. Let's start doing that. So I decided that I'm going to stay awake till 12 o'clock and wake up again at 4 o'clock. I did that. I did that for 1 fucking month. I did that continuously, only to find myself all the time feeling almost like I'm in a dream. Like I was feeling terrible. I was feeling pukish all the time. I was not able to concentrate in class. I was falling asleep in class, which was very, very rare because the classes were amazing. And I was frustrated all the time, but had a feeling that I'm working very hard. I'm definitely doing something better. So I had that good feeling. Because of that, I kept on going for 1 month. Then I understood this fucking YouTuber is insane. Not going to listen to him anymore, right? Then what happened? Wait 1 second. I had something in my head. It's pretty good, so it is worth the wait. It got out of my head, man. Maybe it will come back. Yeah, I listen to motivational videos. What else can you do when you're preparing for competitive examination? Every morning you wake up, rise and grind. Some freaking African American guy speaking behind some movie cutscenes, right? You have seen one of those. You have seen a lot of those most likely if you grew up seeing YouTube. So that pumps you up. So every morning I would wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, alarm clock would go, and while I'm brushing my teeth and that rise and grind is going on in the background, I'm saying, yeah, people who wake up early are ahead of the race. I said, yeah, this is what you're supposed to do. Woke up and by 4:30 I would sit back and studying and not understanding anything. Whatever I'm studying going tangentially, right? So around somewhere around 6:30 I would not around 6 o'clock I would start working out, do a little bit push-ups, do a little bit martial arts workout, just break sweat, and 6:30 go back, go downstairs, take whatever paratha they were serving, stick 2 papers, one on top, one on bottom of that, soak all the oil I could, and then eat whatever is left. While eating I would study, I would revise my class notes. Then last night before going to sleep, what I had done is my micro notes, I used to read it and then I used to record it with a microphone like this. If you've not noticed, new freaking microphone by Rode, spent 18,000 rupees on that. Yes, I brag every now and then. Thanks for the support, guys. Now, then what happened, that recording, when I was walking towards my coaching institute somewhere around 7:15 a.m. for 10 minutes I would be listening that, like I'm not wasting any freaking second. In my bathroom looked like a psychopath's bathroom. It was stick everywhere with notes. I was studying those while taking a bath. You know why? Because some fucking teacher in my class said that people who are really going to crack examinations are studying while they're taking a bath also. I said, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to do that also. I stuck a lot of notes in my bathroom and used to actually read it while taking a bath. Like shower is on my head and I'll read that and I'll be thinking that, I'm doing something different. Really, I'm going to crack examinations. Good. Then I rushed into the classroom for the best seat over there through the crowd, and that is actually true. In the entrance of the coaching institute, when 50 people are fighting to get in there first, that's where you actually understand what is competition. That is one thing that is genuine. Anyways, understood competition. People literally walking faster after they get through the gate, that they get a better seat. Anyways, a person reserves a seat next to him or her so that their friend comes over there after half an hour. Okay, so I like the 3rd row and the outermost side of the right side of the Made Easy classroom. Perfect view, nobody to distract me. I would freaking like literally punch a person if that person would distract me during the class. I was that serious. I was a dumbass, I know. Now, I did not make much friends other than the ones I needed. So anyone who's performing good in class, giving answers, I would go to that person, clear my doubts, ask dumbest questions that I had. That was actually good in me. I honestly believe that was a good quality in me, that I never hesitated to ask a question. I wanted to know everything that I could. I wanted to churn out maximum information. Like I'm not letting any single paise out of this 75,000 rupees that I invested over here to go away. So I used to ask a lot of dumb questions. in class also. Recently I was doing an Insta live. By the way, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, man, a moment of silence for your terrible decisions in life. Anyways, I was recently on Instagram live, and a person over there typed that, dude, we were in the same classroom back in coaching institute, and when you used to ask questions, I used to always think that this idiot always asks the stupidest questions. And now you have cracked so many examinations and I'm still jobless. Now, I'm not trying to pick on that guy, but that is what he said. And a lot of people back in my same classroom has said this to me. I used to ask a lot of stupid questions, but I still, till this day, always suggest this to my followers, that ask your fucking stupid questions, man. And this is a way that I was not only in my coaching institute, I was this when I was young too. I used to ask my father so many questions. He used to just take me on his scooter, and I was standing in the front seat, and I'd just ask, why is that bulb glowing? Why is it night today and not day? Like, it is not night today and right, why is it night right now and not day? Why is the cloud over there? Like, any question that would get into my head, and I would ask it. I do not honestly remember how my father would respond, but I remember asking a lot of questions. That's the way you should be. So a lot of people will be thinking that being a scientist, it is something like you are born with it. Nah, you're born with nothing, man. You're born with nothing. You're born with a body that will grow up into, let's say, 6 feet tall in 18 years. That's it. What you do with that body is completely up to you. There might be a dumb kid of a scientist. There might be a smart kid of a dumbass. Everything is possible. It depends on what you do with what you've got. It's as simple as that. Anything can be built. There's no doubt about it. Anyways, before I give you a little bit more of profound knowledge, let's come back to the topic of discussion. What was it? I forget every now and then, if you did not know. Now, I got to the classroom, got a good seat, got the seat, locked it with my bag, got out. This was my daily routine. Used to take a tea, which costed for somewhere around 8 rupees. Yes, not somewhere around exactly 8 rupees. For 2 rupees, I would get 2 toffee, and that toffee claimed to have coffee in it. So that was the beginning of my coffee addiction, I guess. Now, so that would help me if in case I'm feeling sleepy during the class, and anyone would feel sleepy during the class. There's like, if you do not feel sleepy throughout the 8 hours of class, now right now I said that because of sleeping less at night, I was feeling sleepy every now and then. Like, that was ridiculous level. And this was like, for 1 minute I'm like this, okay, or my hands will start moving like an idiot, okay, like that. We have all been there if you have studied ever in your life, right? Now, coming back to point, went out there for a tea, had a tea for like 5 to 10 minutes. There was a friend of mine, he was from Sonipat, Haryana, and we used to have tea every day together, every morning, because he used to come a little early too. Right now he is also placed very well, was featured in one of my videos telling people about SSC JEE and all. Now, other than that, I got back and immediately started solving questions. That was actually a good part, because solving questions definitely in that situation where it is a crowded place definitely helps. So solved around like 10 to 15 questions until the teacher arrived at 8 o'clock and teacher started teaching. I used to invest a lot of effort in making proper notes, but this video is not about me doing the right things. The right things I continued on doing. The shitty things that I did right now, like sleeping very less. Now obviously, because I slept like only 4 hours for the last 15 days, I'm feeling terrible throughout the day, literally feeling pukish, and I almost fell sick. And that's when I said, quit it. It does not work. You need 6 hours at least. And that's when I figured out it is not 8 hours, it is not 7 hours, it is 6 hours for me, and it differs for everyone, but 6 hours definitely worked for me. And I've talked recently about the sleep cycle and everything like that, how actually your body works during the sleep, and how it is 90 minutes sleep cycle, and obviously it is not a perfect 90 minutes and it differs from a person to person. And definitely if it is 6 hours for me, so I train myself to go to sleep somewhere around 11 o'clock and wake up at 5 o'clock. That helps. Waking up early in the morning definitely works, because if you're fresh, if you had a proper sleep, then definitely that time is very effective, and that helped me a lot. continued the same routine but kept on sticking these stupid formulas on the wall. At some point it worked, because at one point I started revising everything that I studied throughout the day. Like before I would go to sleep, I would see whatever I studied throughout the day, whatever I learned throughout the day new, and whatever I was forgetting, I would see it and I would note it down and I would stick it. Okay, sticking works, but every now and then I stuck dumb things on the wall that I still remember. I stuck something like it is not about luck, it is about you putting in 16 hours every day. And I actually calculated 16 into 30 into 12, what would it be, and like thousands of hours. And I would, if you put this much you will get success. Like fuck that, man. It does not work like that. Things does not work on mathematics. All right, and people who try to control all these things ends up being miserable most of the time. All right, and throughout my experience, obviously I've started, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to talk a little bit more about what people do. Even if, like, I am a rare example of a over dedicated person. A lot of people struggle with being dedicated, right? For those people this is like a perfect video, because they will understand what is the dedication level. But over dedicated people always, most of the time, success, all right, at the end, because they will be like screwing themselves up. They will be fighting against themselves. Like I was sleeping for only 4 hours at night. That way I wasted like 14 hours that I was studying also. I was just effectively studying for 2 hours, and whatever I was studying I was forgetting. Another thing, a faculty over there only said you should be studying 16 hours every day. Like that is the biggest garbage that I've ever heard. Like nobody can do that. Nobody. How is that even possible? First of all, sleeping less than 6 hours is dangerous. Honestly, sleeping even 6 hours is dangerous. You are killing your brain cells. Probably you should be sleeping 7 to 8 hours, whatever you're comfortable with. All right, now I can afford that. Honestly, I'm happy that I do not have to stay up awake late and wake up early in the morning because I have to complete my syllabus. Right, I'm back in BARC, man. BARC was like, fuck you to my sleep. That's what BARC was. BARC, I probably slept minimum in 1 year than I slept in any year that I was alive. Okay, so I'm going to talk about that also. But definitely, if you can afford it, you sleep for 7 to 8 hours until you are fresh. Okay, right now I'm fresh. That is why you can see it in my eyes. Okay. Now next, where was I again? I gotta stop doing this. Yeah, one faculty said 16 hours every day. Don't do it. Effectively, if you're studying 10 hours at max. And there was a time after GATE examination when I really understood that these whatever knowledge that these people are doing, who actually did not crack examination or cracked examination like 10 years ago when competition was completely different and everything was different. You gotta stop listening to those people, because a lot of times they are giving this advice to average, on an average, like all the people. And a lot of people who are like studying 5 hours every day, okay, they will be thinking that 16 hours, so definitely they will aim for 16, because they're retarded, they are going to just get like 10 hours. Sorry for calling them retarded, but yeah, you get the point. It's like a funny way, right? So they will be trying for 15 and will be ending up studying 10. Idiots like me, what we do, 16 hours. Now he said it in class, right? So everyone is going to study for 16 hours. I will be studying for 18 hours. That's what I started to do, that I have to beat the competition, right? You will be beating your body, right? Maximum, at max. A worst case scenario, you'll be snapping out, all right? You'll go insane and you'll need some medical assistance, not a medical assistant. You're not a doctor, man. You're just an engineer. Anyways, doctors also get coaching now. Always has been. Coming to the point, don't listen to people who say that you should be studying 16 hours and 18 hours. Those are freaking motivational videos, man. Stop watching motivational videos. Just stop. Like, people who are making those motivational videos, I just wonder how much they are earning, because they have to make motivational videos, man. Like, you cannot be super successful and make motivational videos behind movie clips, isn't it? Now, if you're very successful, and let us say you're not doing it for money, you're doing it to help people, and you have a lot of money, like you're a fucking millionaire. That's what most people talk about, right? Being a millionaire, millionaire's mindset, right? Wake up early in the morning. The millionaires always wake up first, right? Garbage. Now, if you're a millionaire, then you can actually hire actors, you can hire cameramen, and you can make your own film. Why you have to cut out cut scenes from movies like Interstellar, right? So obviously they are just doing it because there are a lot of people who are just looking for that. It is almost like an alcohol. People need it like a drug. They need it for 5 minutes, they feel better about themselves, and they get back to their miserable lives. It does not help you permanently, right? Stop watching that. You cannot study for 16 hours. Please don't. Before, like I said, like I was saying, I keep on getting off track, but that is the whole point of these vlogs. That is the prime reason you guys love it. Now, after gate examination, I did everything you said but did not get the result. So obviously what you were saying was garbage. So I decided that, hey man, let us just think in a proper manner now. Let us understand how your body works. Let us do what you can do and do the best out of that. So I started studying somewhere around 5 to 6 hours. I actually timed it using that Pomodoro clock. I ended up seeing 7 hours of study, but still I was able to do pretty good. And before the BARC interview also, the maximum that I studied was only 7 hours, and that too in the last 2-3 days, because I was a little bit afraid, because last days everyone gets terrified. Before that, 4 hour, 5 hour, 6 hour, max, 7 or 8 hours only in the last days. And I did amazing. I had proper sleep. I was going to the gym every day, eating proper, bulking up, gaining weight. Everything is perfect, feeling good, feeling healthy, happy most of the time, right? Studied well, cracked BARC interview, man. Hell yeah. So it is not necessary for you to work like that. Yeah, working that hard did give me a little bit of extra edge, that I've worked so hard, and definitely I've done everything that people said is the way to do it, but I still did not get the result. So definitely there's some other way. That way working like an insane person is healthy. Not really, but yeah, in that way, if you want to look at the bright side. But I'm telling you, man, don't do it like that. You have to balance everything. See, whatever you're studying for competitive examination now, it should get in your head and stay there. It should not get in, get out, get in, get out, or going up. You're just wasting your time. There's a proper method, there's a proper science to it. Definitely, I should be writing a book on competitive examination, but I won't be, because it has become a nasty business, man. That is a thing that I don't like about competitive examination. Definitely, it has potential to change lives of people, but it is changing the lives of people running coaching institutes. That is the problem. And a lot of people would be saying, that's what you did. I never started a coaching institute, man. I started a YouTube channel because there was lack of proper guidance. I'm talking about Talk 4712, by the way, people who are not subscribed to that channel. Not suggested if you're not preparing for competitive examination. Full of these kind of things like how you should be studying and all that. This is like a negative promotion, right? You'll be, yeah, I should go and check it out. This is my new way of advertising my second channels. Now, where was I? Again, forgetting. You're gonna keep on forgetting, man. First of all, I'm speaking continuously for 25 minutes without having a sip of water, man. I'm gonna do that, but I want to do it like this because I also want to showcase my ability to speak. If you want to develop that, definitely join my seminars. But this freaking virus, man, fucked it up for all of us. But anyways, I'm going to do webinars soon. I'm going to make more personality development courses, more courses on introvert to extrovert, more courses on rocketry. People love the rocketry video, happy about that. And that's about it, guys. I do not have much to say over here other than this was the beginning days of my coaching institutes. I literally did sleep for only 4 hours at night, literally studied while I was taking a bath, listened to my notes which I spoke one day before going to sleep, while I was going to my coaching institute. got over there and immediately started solving questions. Used every second, man, used every second. A lot of that was a mistake, but definitely a lot of that helped me a lot. Like I said, I did a lot of things right too, and only when I did all of them I understood what was right and what was wrong, and then I repeated the right things when I was preparing for ISRO and eliminated the wrong thing. The tragedy is a lot of people will be listening to the wrong advices that I got, and I try to change as much as possible, but you know, I'm a weird guy and people do not trust me because I fucking look like I'm 20. I do not look like I'm a former ISRO scientist. I do not look like I've worked in Department of Atomic Energy. I am freaking wearing a sleeveless, and my competitive examination channel name is Talk 4712. That freaking looks fake as hell, man. That is like, I would say, look at that and say that that is somewhere like 8 years old kid made that, right? Against all tides, man. I'm never going to change that channel's name. Anyways, that's about it for this one, and I'm going to be making more videos on rocketry. I'm definitely going to the next video on personality development is going to be hair. I want you guys to take care of your hair. I want you guys to take care of your body. I want you guys to take care of your face. That brings confidence, absolutely no doubt about it. And somewhere around 6th semester I started taking care of my hair, and it did wonders about my whole personality, because hair is something that anyone can take care of if you're not bald. If you're bald, man, rock it. Shave it all and just rock it like rock, right? I'll see all of you in the next one, guys. My website link is down in the description box. If you want to register for some counseling, I'm there to help you guys. You can register. It is paid, obviously. Every second of my counts, but I've made it genuine. But it is different for competitive examination, a little lower for competitive examination. For personality development and business guidance, a little higher, but definitely you go through the prices. It completely depends on you. And getting a lot of requests already, but I can completely understand, and even a lot of times I'm almost getting calls every day. Okay, but anyways, not trying to promote anything over here, but if you're wondering and if you really need an advice, then you can do that. And that's about it, guys. Other than that, be there on Sunday live session. This will be published Sunday morning, so definitely Sunday night 9 p.m. you can be getting free advices over there also. If you cannot afford a phone call or a telephonic consultancy, then definitely what you can do is come live, request me to take you live with me, and we can talk for like 4-5 minutes. We can talk about your discussion, whatever your problem is. And but for that you have to come over there early. You have to tell me that you want to come live, and below that you have to tell me why you want to come live. I'll pull you up. I always bring 3 people live. That's about it, guys. Other than that, I keep on saying that's about it, but there's always other than that, because I'm doing a fuckload of ton things, right? I'm writing blogs on my website right now, writing blogs on 21 days of this quarantine thing. Other than that, my third YouTube channel, Talks on martial arts. Other than that, making new podcasts on Anchor, which is also available on Spotify, iTunes, and Google Podcasts. Finally, this is the last time I'm saying that. That's about it. I'll see all of you in the next one. Till then, bye.